evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everyone in between. Thank you for joining us on another episode of Fight Night. I am Josie. This is Will. That is Stacks. Will, hit it.
Round one, fight.
Here we go.
Let's get it.
Let's get it.
We're going to dive right into it because there is a lot to talk about. All right, boys. Highlights, lowlights, matches, promos. What'd you like this week? I think
Becky Lynch beating up. Becky Lynch getting back at Trish Stratus. Loved it.
The return of the man.
Yes.
Return of the man.
I loved it. And Trish is playing it like a motherfucker, too. Woo,
I love it.
This
gimmick, this story is going to be great for the summer. It's not going to conclude till SummerSlam, so it's going to be a great summer storyline.
Heck yeah.
I like it. Io Sky Backlash.
I was gonna say,
dominated.
What we've got to discuss in a total is Backlash was better than we thought it was going to be.
100%.
Not so much the matches. I think the matches were about as what we thought. I will give
about as average as
I will give Bad Bunny and Damian Priest credit. They knocked it out of the park with what they were expected to do. Absolutely. I mean,
WWE is going to be looking at Damian Priest in a different light as well.
I think they missed out on the opportunity, though. I think you really missed out on the Zelina Vega winning the title.
I agree.
I agree.
I get it.
AEW would have let her win it.
Right. But I get it, though.
She wins it, she drops it the next night.
I understand, but I understand it though from a wrestling fan's point of view because Rhea just got the title, but still, to me, she would have been all right.
So much a wrestling fan point. I think that's more the business side of it. Will.
Yeah.
Looking at it at that side of Rhea just got it. You know they're planning a strong run with Rhea, and the thing is, anywhere else, Rhea is still the over one in that fight.
Right.
The only reason she wasn't is because of where it was.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That was the big thing I really wanted to talk about that really made this pay-per-view. That fucking crowd.
Holy
shit.
I never heard anything like that for a long time.
You could tell wrestling deprived. Literally starving.
100%.
They haven't done WWE hasn't done a pay-per-view in Puerto Rico in 18 years. They've only done about a handful of house shows in that time frame. That crowd was WrestleMania level. Like
1,000%.
Up all the time.
It's been above some WrestleManias, let's be honest.
I found a Cody Rhodes hater on TikTok, and he swears that both the Friday and the Saturday were piped in low. I call absolute bullshit. Absolute bullshit.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. I didn't hear it, but at the pay-per-view, that whoa popped.
That whoa was popped. Amazing.
1,000%.
It was amazing. It's one of those that you love because as a fan watching it on TV, you feel it.
Mm-hmm.
You feel it. And the whoa was a fantastic. Bad Bunny killed it. Hands down, Will, and you can argue this from a longer depth than we can, but hands down, looking at every celebrity who has ever stepped in the ring and had a match, 100% I agree with Mark Henry on this. Best celebrity to ever do it. And I don't count Logan Paul in that because to me, Logan Paul is a pro wrestler. I don't count him.
That's fair.
He's contracted as a wrestler with WWE.
He's contracted as a wrestler.
Contracted as a celebrity performer as Bad Bunny.
Absolutely.
Right. I agree.
So, to me, Bad Bunny, by leaps and bounds, no one even coming close on all of it. His entrance, top fucking notch. And I saw something today, guy talking about how he capitalized on that interest. He took an old song that was from 2017, made it popular again. He grabbed new fans from people who never heard of it. Me, I never heard it. I liked it. I plan on adding it to my streaming. 2, he upped the price.
Got to stream it. Like he on Twitch.
Spotify there, motherfucker.
Oh shit! You need to go back to that. You were doing it at one point and you gave it up.
Twitch?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a divorce and moved out of the state.
Oh shit! You doing good with the MLB? You were playing what, MLB?
I was playing MLB and some 2K19.
Shit, you should have kept that going.
Yeah.
But anyway, go ahead.
Well, things changed in my life. I would hope to get it back sooner or later, but yeah. But anyway, yeah, he killed it with that entrance. The crowd when he entered was just epic. Them singing along, like I gotta give props though. Damian Priest, as you said, Stacks. I think Damian Priest possibly pulled what Sami Zayn did with the Jackass match a year ago at Mania. Even though it was a total joke, that match put Sami on the map. It really took Sami to another level. And then after that, he did all this with the Bloodline for the past year, and it's really catapulted. I think that Bad Bunny match will do the same for Damian Priest.
Absolutely. 100%.
I agree.
Back to Vega, though. Another killer match. I mean, everybody knew Rhea was winning that match, but I got to agree with you, Will. One, the pop she got in Puerto Rico deserved her to get that title. Two, the pop they would have had she won.
Yeah.
Not just from the fans there. It'd have been a total surprise to fans like you and me. It would have blown us away. Like, holy shit. That would have been a swerve, even if it was just for one night.
Yep.
Did you see that? And the outfit was amazing.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it really was. Yeah.
You saw her emotional and crying, and she had to lose. Man, you could have.
That woman is gorgeous.
Absolutely. Yeah, they could have capitalized on that one. But then again, like you said, Josie, it's Rhea Ripley, so there's
that's
not much to argue there.
Yeah.
Rhea is so over, and she will stay over. Zelina was super over because
she was back home.
Yeah, she was back home. Yeah.
Back home.
And like I said earlier, AEW would have let her have it.
Going back real quick to the match, I did want to mention how an overbooked mess it was, and I absolutely loved it. I absolutely loved how overbooked it was. I told Will last night it reminded me of Triple H versus Sting and the NWO and DX getting involved. Carlito, I popped so hard for that.
Yeah, that was cool. That was
Savio
cool.
Vega, Savio Vega, I know no old school or no new school fan know who he is in the WWE. Right. But to fans like me and Will, that's huge throwback. And in the Puerto Rico wrestling scene, like
it's even bigger.
Well, he's one of the top. Like he's when you're talking about like Puerto Rican wrestlers, he is one of the number one people you mentioned. Like Savio Vega is one of the best to ever do it from Puerto Rico.
Right.
I spit in the face
of people who don't want to be cool. I wish.
And then he bit the apple too. That took it over the top. That was fantastic.
Yep.
He had to. Of course he did.
Yep.
I don't know how much longer he'll, stick around, but
no, that's what I was going to say. I wish we were going to see some more of him.
Yeah,
I don't think.
Yeah, I did too. I don't think so either. I think it was just for that occasion. Yeah.
I think we won't see him again. I think
it'd be nice. I'd like to see him and
I would love to see one more run with him. I think he
him
would
and
fit well
Gunther,
into the LWO.
Him and Gunther or something, or United States Championship, something. I think it'd be interesting.
I
mean, shit, we're giving Bobby Lashley all these runs. Not that he doesn't deserve it, but I'm just saying it's kind of like the same.
Yeah.
Same deal. Same deal.
So, yeah, that's my other highlights from the week. Again, Backlash was better than I thought. The card was still The show was really good.
Yeah, the overall crowd experience, even from setting at home, I'm sure, obviously if you watched it, it was amazing. But setting at home, it kind of put you on the edge of the seat a little bit in certain matches. So it was kind of it was a good time. But yeah, that main event was, the second main event, the last main event with old Brock and Cody left a lot to be desired.
Oh shit, the light went out. Oh
yeah,
shit.
yeah, my light went out.
You're good.
I'm sorry, honey.
Anyway.
She ain't sorry. She ain't sorry. She meant to do that shit.
No, she's not.
Do
no.
it showing a do the sort of do the sort of do the short of dark, motherfucker. Do it in the dark.
You son of a bitch. Yeah, do your show.
Hell yeah. Do your show in the dark, motherfucker. I got your ass. I got your
ass. The Brock Cody thing. Yeah, that was going to be the next thing I kind of wanted to talk about was the heavyweight tournament. I will say,
so much for a brand split already.
Well, and you know what? I heard something the other day that the brand split was kind of killed with Vince coming back, that he didn't want it, and that's why the draft wasn't as impactful as what Triple H had kind of hinted to.
Yeah, hoped it would be. Yeah.
And that they're kind of going to slowly do away with the brand split in general.
That's sad. They did all that for nothing. That's so sad.
Yep.
We're not guys.
Typical though. I mean, let's be honest.
Said it 1,000 times that we can beat it with a dead horse, but like until Vince is really truly out of the picture, things are not going to change in WWE.
Nope, not at all. Unfortunately,
I agree.
Yeah.
I will say, however, the triple threat matches for the World Heavyweight Championship on Raw last night, both really good matches. I was happy for Finn. I think Finn deserves another title run. I really do believe that. His first run was bullshit. He can't control an injury. So I would really love to see Finn with another title run. However, there was no one other than Seth winning the Raw title.
No, not at all. Not at all. And I think, to be honest, I mean, we talked about it last week and, weeks past. It's Seth Rollins all the way with this title. So
on the other side, so the SmackDown tournament takes place Friday. And they're gonna have you're gonna have your two opponents as of this Friday. So it's gonna be Seth Rollins versus either AJ Styles, Edge, Mysterio.
Yeah.
Lashley. Who are the other two? Theory.
Yeah, which I think, what the hell are we doing? Why? I mean,
Theory ain't gonna win it.
But yeah, it's almost
but to me,
what the hell are we doing?
Why is Theory in it and Gunther?
And Gunther's not. Well, no, yeah, we can get to that. Yeah, why isn't Gunther?
I've been more okay with Theory being in it if Gunther was also in it.
So if both of them were in it,
because to me, out of the two mid-card champions, Gunther deserves it more.
Oh, 100%.
Hell yeah.
100%. Carried it.
The ring general.
This is your world champion speaking. 10 pounds of gold.
I can't remember who the other person is in that turn. Is it Omos? I think it might be Omos.
I don't think so.
He ain't winning shit if he is in it.
I don't think so.
But
his ass ain't winning. His ass ain't winning if he is in it.
I think it's either Edge or AJ.
Yeah, no, I would agree 100%.
And I think
I wouldn't be upset.
I think I'd rather see Seth versus Edge at Night of Champions.
I agree 100%, Josie. I was just getting ready to say that. I think I'd like to see Edge just for the fact that
I don't think we've ever seen that. We don't know how
much longer we got it.
I don't think we've ever seen that.
No.
As good as it would be, we've seen Seth versus AJ before.
Yep.
Correct, and this would be something fresh. And we just don't know how much longer Edge is going to be around. So I think it'd be a.
He said this year is his last year.
This year is it. So yeah, right. So hopefully we get him. That'd be That'd be nice.
So I think that's what you're going to see. I ultimately think Seth wins it.
Yep, 100%.
I am starting to see it more as a consolation prize. If the draft split isn't going to happen, more of what we thought, it is just a consolation prize.
It is 100%.
However, though, I still do believe the right person with that title can make it a wanted championship and it be equal to the other one. And I do think you're putting on the best.
Well, and I think we can say that just based on the fact that Roman's just hardly ever, going to defend it like that. So in a way, like,
and
I've kind of gone away from the constellation of it all. I mean, granted, whoever beats Roman is obviously, and that's a more prominent thing. Well, but at the same time, with the lack of Roman that we get,
and I do think you are
not so much consolation.
I don't think you're going to see the world title holders for each show on the other show. I think that will hold true with the draft split. I think you won't see Roman on Raw anymore.
Like he wanted to be on Raw in the first place.
He did it, obviously.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I kind of find that hard to believe. I mean, when you're putting in SmackDown for the
but I think
title.
I think whoever if a SmackDown person won it, I think they would move him over.
You think so?
I think they would move him over. Send someone over.
Like
but I don't think it's going to matter because I think Seth is
winning.
Well,
yeah, I think Seth. Yeah, no, I know. I get that. But I'm just.
And I think that's kind of why they did it is because to me, the best outcome for that match was Seth versus Cody. But, however, as much as you want to argue, I'm tired of seeing Brock in the main event. I really am. But
yes,
this did him
again. Not until attacking
Cody does put him back in the line for the Roman. And isn't Brock on SmackDown?
He's a free agent, right?
He's a free agent right now. He ain't with nobody.
He's a free agent. He's a free agent.
I didn't remember if he got that free agent title or what.
Yeah, he did.
He ain't with nobody.
Yeah, he did.
I think somehow this works its way in Cody getting to SmackDown. Somehow, some way.
That's fair. But boy, at some point though, I'd like to hit on the women's championships because what the hell are we doing there?
I'm hearing now that they're just going to swap titles.
Is that all it really is going to?
That they're not going to strip. They're just swapping titles.
How dumb is that?
That's stupid. That's stupid.
Why the hell didn't they just draft them to their? Yeah, I don't know. Whatever.
I don't try to understand the women's division in WWE.
Well, that's fair. Yeah, as nobody should because it never makes sense. So
you're gonna put the SmackDown title on Bianca.
Yeah.
And put the oh my god.
Yep.
That's stupid.
It's so dumb.
Well,
and why not just have them vacate it and then that way you can try and build up your women's division that way. But I guess again, if the draft's not going to hold true like that, then I guess it really doesn't matter.
As we've said, what the women's division really needs is a mid-card title. It needs more.
I don't know if they have enough for that, though. Do they?
They definitely do. They have so many women that don't get used.
Well, yeah, but that also means you have to use them correctly, which they often don't.
Going with our main topic later, overrated, underrated. There is so many underrated women's talent in the WWE that have been there for years.
I agree with you 100%, Josie. It's just a matter of them using
got released, and she hasn't been on TV in years. Alicia Fox.
Yep.
Super underrated.
Yeah. No, she ain't. Look, take that back.
That is, Will, I'm sorry.
I don't think so either. Oh, wait, Alicia Fox? Hell no.
No.
She had challenge matches.
She had 1 year when she was that Divas champion. She was perfect. But
exactly.
take that 1 year away from her, and all she did was she was
trash.
Yeah, she was trash.
She was trash.
Look at that 1 year. She got hurt, and they never built her back up.
Because she was trash.
I disagree. She was doing good that year. They never gave her another chance.
Because they knew. They knew.
Yeah, I'm kind of with Will on that one. I didn't really see the potential that you saw
on the roster.
Yeah.
You've got women like Dana fucking Brooke on that roster. And I'm sorry, Dana Brooke is fucking talented. She goes in the ring.
I agree there.
Decent on the mic. She's gorgeous.
I agree there. I'll give you that one. But again, this is also, it all boils down to, are they going to use them correctly? Which, as we said, you can't trust what they do with the women's division in the WWE. So therefore, I don't think we need another mid-card title, because it would just it'd be like the 24/7 title.
Now I forgot what source I found this at on YouTube. I forgot what video it was, but I did see that they were considering a mid-card title for the women. I did see that.
I just think with the bloated women's roster you do have, it would, if done right, it could do good things.
I mean, you can have a women's US champion.
Again, Stacks, you're right. You look at the women's tag team division. And
what's that?
I mean, you can have a women's US champ or a women's intercontinental champ, or you got plenty of them. I mean, right now they got Nanny Neidhart supposed to be Rhea's big thing coming up. Big opponent.
I love Natty, but that's not believable.
No, I don't either. I didn't like that. I saw that too, and I'm like, what the hell are we doing? Why? What? For
don't
what?
Make no sense.
For what?
Well,
because they don't
know
how to book it.
They don't know how to book anybody built up.
They don't know how to book that. To make it believable. Yeah, right.
A talent that makes sense to be a believable opponent.
No,
for Rhea right now.
Not at all. Not at all. Nope. Shit, you're better off bringing back a legend and have her go out a legend.
And then we haven't seen Asuka since Mania.
Yeah, don't get me started there. Fuck you. Well, I mean, I think after Backlash, Io deserves something, but she got screwed, man. She got screwed so hard.
I gotta say, Io killed it. That
she
match
did.
Was so good.
100%.
They both look great.
Honestly, Josie, I think that was the best match of the night. Let's be honest.
But I will say at this
that's just
point,
me though.
Bianca Belair is hitting that overrated mark.
I don't think she's overrated. I think she's right where she needs to be. I don't think she's overrated because I don't think WWE pushes her like that
enough to be that way.
Enough to be overrated. If you say if you're saying that she's stale, I understand.
I guess that's why I'm saying she's overrated is because I'm getting bored of the character.
Yeah, she is getting stale, but in terms of rating, she isn't overrated. She's right where she needs to be because WWE doesn't push her like that.
Yeah. Did you all see the botch highlight on Io where she was?
No, but I heard Bianca almost killed her.
About it.
Oh my God! Landed right on her face. Right on her face. She was trying to sell that her. I think it was her left or her right arm. She was trying to sell that her right arm was injured, and then she just dropped her. Oh, fell right on her face. It was nasty. I think she got back up, but yeah, they killed it. And to me, Josie, I think that was the best match of the night for real. Io and Bianca. I mean,
all right, moving off of WWE for a second.
That's saying a lot for WWE Women's Division.
It is.
Me and Stacks both this week watched Impact. Haven't watched Impact in a couple of months. I gotta say,
PCO's my daddy.
Still killing it, man. They're killing it. I gotta say, Trinity's promo,
No, I didn't like the promo. For all that build up to try and get her there, and then you come out with that. No, she shit the bed when it comes to that promo. She can't. She cannot. She shit the bed with that promo. But
Listen,
at the same time,
I'm not trying to be.
Oh, go ahead, Will.
I'm not trying to be disrespectful of my fellow African American, but she can't talk worth shit. She talk like she can't. She talk like she talk like
better shaking her ass.
And then you saw what she did when they got done with the promo with Grace and Peraza. She goes up the ramp and starts shaking her ass. What the hell?
Yeah. That's all she can do.
I gotta say also, like Will, we were shitting on her bangs, but that whole outfit, she definitely looked like Wesley Snipes.
That bitch was that outfit was the color of your hair right now. That's what that outfit was.
It was pink.
That bitch was the color of your hair. She had some green in there somewhere now. She had some green in there somewhere.
It's really weird.
That thing was dumb. I don't get it. Here's the thing that kills me with Trinity. She's a serious competitor, yes.
And she didn't come over strong either.
She didn't come over strong at all.
Yeah, no, she didn't come over strong.
No, she was more like, I'm happy to be here for the fans. And I get it because she's been out for a minute, but I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be the Impact.
I'll take whoever's next.
Right.
Whoever's next. It's like, what?
What? You don't even sound tough. You don't even sound like you're serious.
You gotta come in here and fucking own this shit.
Right. You gotta own your promo.
I don't think Trinity is the type to be put on a card like that and be put right into the championship picture. She's not quite at that level. She's not a Taya Valkyrie or Sasha.
Boy, they're gonna make her though. I'll tell you.
Oh no, that's definitely where they're putting her.
Yeah.
She's getting it. I think she has a title shot at the next pay-per-view. Honestly,
especially depending on how much you're paying her too.
Right.
I think she needed some more build-up though.
But you have to
it was
Trinity. The thing with Trinity that they like is the fact that she's a good backstage locker room presence. B, she ain't own no pet boo puppy. She ain't stole $200 from nobody. She's a good influence and a good face for the company. So I think those are the things to look out with Naomi. But my thing is this: how you gonna make it believable to where she beats Peraza? Maybe she beats Peraza. She beats Peraza. I don't know.
I think her contract is probably for a couple of years at least.
Jordan Grace is a big motherfucker. I don't know how to.
Oh my god, dude! I was watching it. Oh, go ahead, Josie. Sorry.
I don't see Trinity beating Peraza. I don't see Trinity holding the title for at least 6 months to a year.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
I don't know about all that.
You're gonna want to put her on. You're gonna want to put her on.
All that money you done sank into her.
I don't think they're paying her as much money as y'all think.
All that money.
She got some.
All that money you done paid into her.
I bet she's not making AEW money.
And you have not had a minority wrestler come in and win a championship since Awesome Kong and Gail Kim. Man.
I mean, that's not true. They just had Josh Alexander as their world.
No, I'm talking about for the women. I'm not talking about for the men.
My $6.99 is going towards that salary, Josie.
You said the $6.99.
I don't necessarily believe they brought her in to be champion right away. I think
she gonna get title shots though.
Yeah. Well,
I
said she gets a title shot in the next month.
Man, we know where you coming from. We know you coming from it just like I'm coming from with Camille. You know you want to smash that girl. Don't even lie.
My wife said Jordan Grace looks like a man. That's what she said.
That's a big old girl. I'm gonna see her in front.
Yeah.
Girl,
Peraza is one of the.
It's almost scary how she's looking now.
It is scary. She had her looking like Lex Luger and shit. Damn.
Real quick, low light for Impact here. As much as I love him, and I do love him, a match, but not like that, Will.
Oh, okay, my bad. I'm sorry.
God damn it. I meant I love Speedball Mike Bailey, and I
Oh,
Love
I got
Speedball.
you. I do.
Loving me
too,
some
to be honest.
Speedball. Loving me some
I do too, to
Speedball.
be honest. Yeah.
but I
Love
gotta
it.
say, putting him in a match with Gresham, two
Four
guys
time-
who have
Yeah.
absolutely no charisma.
And then at the end, they just shake hands. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit?
Hey, I got a question. So, isn't Jordan Grace bigger than Gresham?
Yes, taller.
Yeah, at least.
That's
If not, yeah.
Ooh,
Definitely
that's
comparable.
bad. Ooh,
Whew.
that's bad, boy.
Yeah.
You know who wore the pants in that family, boy? Ooh-wee. That's like better take when she say take out the trash, he better hop up and do it, cause he getting his ass. Yeah. Go
But
ahead,
yeah,
Jake, I'm
like-
sorry.
Well, and
Between his
what they're
roids and her
trying
roids,
to-
I don't know how much they're seeing each other in the bedroom.
what they're trying to book these-
I'm sorry, Jess. I'm sorry.
what they're trying to book these matches between Gresham and Bailey as are just two amazing competitors having
Yeah,
amazing
just
matches.
a great wrestling
but-
match.
Pure
Yeah,
wrestling.
but I
Which-
agree.
Yes, great. They're both talented.
Yeah,
Again, I think my issue there is
you need a little
that
bit of storyline, don't you?
And you
neither
take
of
away-
them draw
and can
me in.
neither one of them talk? So you
Neither
don't take
one of them
Yeah,
talk.
yeah.
Now,
No.
you can take
Out of
you
the
can just
two,
take-
I'm gonna
No.
pick. I love Speedball way more than I love Gresham.
you go but there's no
100%.
you know good and damn well there's no entertaining factor with John no entertainment factor with
And
Gresham at
unfortunately,
all.
right now, there's not a real entertainment factor with Speedball.
Nope.
He's good in the ring,
No, yeah, and that's it.
Yep.
and that's kind of what it is with Gresham. He's
Yep.
good in the ring. They've got nothing else.
And there's no
I'm
heat either. It's
hoping-
like, come on, what are we doing?
There's no hatred. Yeah, there's no hatred.
Yeah, what are we doing?
I think eventually Gresham's going to turn heel, and it's
We
going
gotta do something shaking
that
hands in there.
feud.
Man, get the fuck out of here. What is this?
But I just the match to me was like watching paint dry.
Ugh.
I thought the match was all right, but I just
It's a
didn't.
decent match.
It was
just
a
had
decent
nothing
match,
that
but it was
drew
just-
me into it.
No, I agree, Josie. Nope, 100% fair.
You have to be a real fan of old school to get involved in a match like that. You really do, because
Yeah.
back in the day when you look at old school wrestling, that's all it was about. It was about the wrestling, not so much as a person talking to be entertaining
Yeah.
like it is now. But back then, when you looked at people, Magnum TA, you look at people like not Ric Flair. You look at people like Barry Windham, for example. Barry was as dry and very, very callous. But the one thing Barry Windham can do is wrestle. And you have to be a fan of the old school to appreciate that. And that's what that match was. It was just an old school wrestling match. And if you're not a fan of old school wrestling, you won't enjoy it.
That's fair. I have a person that I'm not really like right now. Not on
Ooh.
TNA or whatever, but John Moxley. Can we talk about John Moxley for 5
I
seconds?
want to talk about the BCC as a whole.
Okay,
Blade
that's
Nash.
fair. That's
Blade
fair.
Nash.
Please do.
Blade Nash.
Ass.
I think
BCC is terrible now.
what they're trying to build is this
I'm not like
real wrestlers versus flashy wrestlers. Real
Yeah,
wrestlers
pro
and-
wrestlers versus entertainers. We've had
Yeah.
it for months now. Yeah.
But it's not
Yeah.
JAS now, so
Well,
it's
true,
not
but
necessarily
yeah.
sports entertainers.
Well,
but it's
that's
more
fair.
of a
That's fair.
flashy style of wrestling with the elite
Versus brawlers. Yeah.
compared to the BCC, who are pro wrestling brawlers.
Yep.
But
Yep.
the promos from BCC aren't hitting.
Oh, my-
I'm actually, for the first time in months, enjoying the elite in a feud
Yep.
and enjoying their side more than I am the owner's side.
Yeah.
And I bet even
Yep.
Will, who's not a Bucks fan at all, is probably enjoying the elite side of this more than the
Yep.
BCC side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do think
Moxley needs to get better on his
Here's a
promos a
guess.
little bit. I know he
I
hasn't
think-
been that good in WWE.
Takeshita and the Hand whatever, I can't think. Don Callis are going to turn. I think
Callus, yeah.
Takeshita and Callis are going to end up in the BCC. Takeshita has a thing with Brian already.
Yeah.
This whole thing with the Callis side of it just seems weird. I think he's going to be behind some of this.
Yep.
Maybe that makes it better. Maybe it doesn't. I don't think this feud is going to last a whole lot longer anyway. I think it's going to come to an end. I think you've got the steel cage match this week.
Yeah, that'll be good. I'm not disputing it. I think the match will be good.
I could see some kind of blood and guts or stadium stampede or something like that at Double or Nothing.
Yeah.
To end that feud.
Yeah. I guess I should just say it's more so I just think they're stale, right?
The BCC is stale.
BCC is
no,
stale.
I agree.
Yeah, I think that's
it's
what
stale.
it is. I think it is.
Claudio doesn't ever say anything. He just carries around the
he's
title.
done nothing. He's done nothing.
I find Wheeler annoying. And a little bit of a punk. Brian's promos, these amateur
Brian's
promos.
getting obnoxious. He's getting obnoxious.
Yeah,
And
annoying.
He's running out of things to do. So they're like, "Here, Brian, say something." The crowd will go nuts, and so he just spews
And then
shit.
Moxley, I feel like, is just kind of in a holding pattern. And I think that's just because we're so used to seeing him in the world title picture, and now he's not.
Yep, that's fair. That's fair.
But I do also think things are about to change in AEW. Like, you're seeing it. They've shut down Dark. They've shut down Elevation. Collision is launching next month. Punk is coming back next month.
Yeah.
It just AEW is about to make a big change.
You don't like Punk too much, do you?
Fuck Punk, man. No, I know. I'm not a fan of him. Like, he can draw. He's a draw, but no. Fuck cancer, Will. Straight cancer. I don't understand what everybody's affinity is for this motherfucker.
But
he's gonna come back
if he comes back and helps the company and doesn't cause any more issues.
No, piss. When's he ever helped anybody?
I'm just saying if he does. God damn it!
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying if he does, he could kill some of those cancer.
Man.
Had it not been for Brawl Out, he was having a good run with AEW.
Man, that motherfucker still, man, he ain't got no AEW, no WWE ice cream bars. Come on, man.
Seriously, like, motherfucker holds a grudge.
I refuse to blame Punk for all of Brawl Out. It wasn't just his fault.
Shit, you can blame him for you can blame him for everything else, though.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about anything else. I'm not talking
just
about
that one thing.
Just that one thing.
Talking about AEW.
Gotcha.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
He was out of wrestling for 7 years.
Should have stayed out.
Everything else that happened.
Preach, Will.
Should have stayed out. That motherfucker married AJ. He could have stayed at the house.
Yeah, goddamn.
AJ fine as hell. He could have stayed at the house.
We don't need you. Just go around and watch. Go around and watch your buddies wrestle. You don't need to be in the ring.
Hell
I
no.
feel like everything that happened to WWE is far in the past. I'm just looking at his AEW run. His AEW run was good until the Brawl Out, which honestly, we've said this before. Tony should have stepped in and not let him make.
He should have piped down that microphone.
Tiny balls. Tony didn't want to get in the way of that. I like Tony, but I'm just saying, get in the way of that.
You can't let your employees run. You just can't. You just can't let your employees run unabated.
Old boy got ran the fuck over.
Yeah, but that's why I'm happy Tony made those changes and added people so the wrestlers, the stars won't take over the ship in this
way. He's adding more people constantly now, and got more vice presidents coming in, and I think AEW is on a good track. I think they've learned from Brawl Out and everything that happened post that and have really grown and gotten better. We talk negative. Now let's talk positive. 65, almost 70,000 tickets sold to All In. I would estimate about half of those are
Are
not.
we going? We do a live pod. Are we going?
Shit.
You know, she ain't enough money in that budget, boy. All right, man, ain't enough money in that budget.
I will say,
Shit.
That's
some
fair.
of them were bought by scalpers and
Yep.
are going to be resaled.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it sounds like less than half, which
It's good, which is
That's
still a
pretty
good
good.
turnout. Which is still a good turnout.
It's still gonna be good.
I mean, you look at WWE in WrestleMania, like it's something like 30 to 40% of their tickets are bought by scalpers and resold.
Right. And that's
Yep.
still a good turnout,
it is.
despite the fact there's
That's
no
why
card.
you never really look at the ticket sales. What
There's
we're
no
looking
card. So that's good. To me, that's good because there's no card.
yeah, no card yet. Nothing's been
Mhm.
announced.
Yeah.
We have no
No.
idea what's happening.
Mhm.
No.
So to be sitting at almost 3/4 sold out before a card announced, really good.
Pretty good.
Really good, especially
Mhm.
for a company that their biggest show before this has been 25,000 people.
Yep.
I will say, I think they have got to put on. I think they are maybe booking themselves in a little bit of a corner here. It needs to be a great, great, great show.
Gotta be.
Yeah.
It's got to be a
100%.
fabulous
Yeah.
show. And I think one of the things that's going to affect that is the fact that you have this and then All Out is the next
The next one.
next
one.
weekend.
Next
Oh,
weekend.
it's that
The
close.
next
Okay.
weekend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're not marketing All In as a pay-per-view from what I've seen. There's been no discussion of it as a pay-per-view. I'm wondering if it might air on Max.
So you think this is going to be a TV show?
I think what it's going to be is a PLE
Mm.
for the new Max that
Makes sense.
launches.
It better be. I'm tired of paying $50 every time.
Well, I think
Hell yeah.
No, I still think the main 4 pay-per-views,
yeah.
All In or All Out, Double or Nothing, Revolution, Full Throttle, will still be $50 a month pay-per-view.
Yeah.
But I think shows like Forbidden Door,
Forbidden Door. I'd pay $50 for that one.
Forbidden Door, All In, things like that, they may put on Max as PLEs.
Mm.
Battle of the Belts would be something good too. You could bring over
You
to
could
there.
do.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, I think that is more of what you're going to see. I think you're going to see more of a hybrid system of pay-per-views and PLEs in AEW, doing a little more of what Impact does.
Impact
More what
does.
Impact
Yeah.
does.
That's a good point.
Impact does.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
That's
And
fair.
Josh Alexander, you need to hurry and come back.
Yeah.
Yes,
no
he
shit.
does. Because
Oh my God.
I'm not liking Steve Macklin. I don't like it.
You're not a Macklin guy?
I've never been a
Macklin?
Macklin guy. To me, Macklin is not a world champion.
More of a mid, but like a low mid Carter.
I could see him as a top mid Carter. In Impact, he makes sense to be a guy who is going for the world title often. Not a guy to win it very often.
Right.
He's a Miz.
I need Josh
A deservable
Alexander
Miz.
to come
Where
back.
Miz
Yeah.
should be higher.
Right.
That's where Macklin should
That's
sit.
where Macklin actually is.
I need Josh Alexander to hurry up. Come
I
back,
mean,
my
he's
friend.
going to be out for at least another 6 months with an ACL tear.
Damn.
That's rough.
Get better, my dude. Get better.
I think all this takes it from him quick, Will. I think all this
Okay.
takes it from him as they've got a PLE.
Yeah, they're building him. Yeah.
They've got a PLE this weekend or next weekend. They've got Under Siege coming up. That's Ultimate Insider, Impact Plus. And then their next pay-per-view is Bound for Glory.
Let that man win that title. Let that man win that. You know what?
I think in Bound for Glory, all this wins.
I won't be talking mad trash. This is your what champion space. The 10 pounds of gold. The 10 pounds of gold. I'm gonna be talking much shit. Just believe. We'll kill that.
I just messaged him. He didn't respond. I'm betting he's not going to show up again.
He might still be fighting for his life.
That's all
Chill,
right.
I got you, bro. Tag me in, I got you.
Yeah. I gotta get you.
Tag me in, cuz I got you.
So any other highlights, lowlights. Real quick, we didn't talk a lot about any like good promos. I did want to mention, not a big surprise, but Cody's promo Friday night on SmackDown was fucking fire. It was fucking fire. Like, you cannot be psyched for that match, and still the promo itself was really good. But then again, Cody doesn't give a bad promo on a go home show. So
No. All right, we get into the most underrated.
It
All
just is what it is.
So yeah,
Okay.
main topic of the night: overrated, underrated. I'm gonna mention some. We're gonna discuss some, and see where this goes. So first off, we're gonna just bypass the ones that we all know. Ziggler, Miz, obvious ones. List some obviously underrated superstars. Will.
I got a few. Ted DiBiase.
I can't mention Ted DiBiase now that he's going to jail like Favre. I can't.
Okay, I'll
Let's
mention
see
another one.
for Mississippi.
I'll mention another one. Bam Bam Bigelow.
That's a good one. That's a
Okay.
good one.
I'm here for that.
In
Yeah.
WWE now, however, you cannot look at this whole of this man's career because he's definitely not overrated in the whole of his career. But in WWE, Big Bad Vader.
Vader got disrespected by Vince.
Yeah.
He
Yep.
got very if you go back to his WCW, great. If you go back to what he did in Japan, that man's still legendary. So
Yeah. Statues of that man in Japan.
he got disrespected in WWE, but everywhere else he went, he was very well respected and treated very well.
One of the most decorated world champions worldwide.
Yep.
Like,
What about Christian?
He right. He right where he
I
need to
think
be.
you have to break
You're right
up.
where he
I
need
think
to be.
again you have to break up his in company. Impact, perfect. I think he
Okay.
got exactly. He was a multi-time world champion. Held the TNA and the NWA.
Was he more of a Macklin? That'd be
Oh, better than that. No, he was
I
better than
don't
that.
think so. I think
No?
Christian is a world champion
Christian's
material.
been treated well everywhere he's been.
I think he should have had one more run in WWE.
that's where I'm coming from. I thought he should have had one
I
more
think he
run in
could have had
WWE.
one or two more world champion runs in
I
WWE.
I feel like he got disrespected in
WWE.
WWE.
In WWE, Stax is right. He's a Macklin. They kind of always kept him in
Yeah.
that. Like,
Yeah.
he was always, you thought he could win the title because he had a couple of times or once.
Once, yeah.
But,
Yeah.
and honestly, Will, had Edge not retired and all that, does Christian actually have a world title reign in
Probably
WWE? No.
Probably not.
I don't think so.
They always
I don't
saw
think
him
so.
as a high-level mid-card. They
Yeah.
never saw him as a main eventer.
Yeah.
However, if you look at his Impact run,
Oh no, yeah, that was a whole different story.
A
Yeah.
whole different ball
No,
game.
no.
Different ballgame.
I
Captain
guess I was just
Charisma.
saying more in the WWE from the WWE perspective.
Okay, I got a guy. And I don't know if
looking
you're
for my peeps.
Owen Hart.
Oh hell! Well, and I don't know if you could say
Big facts.
underrated in the fact that when you talk to people and you kind of say like, where do you think he would be had he not died? Most people always say he would have been one of the greatest.
Mhm.
And I think it's hard to say because he died so young.
Yeah, we're not gonna know.
But I do believe Owen Hart would have been a multi-time world champion.
Mhm.
And probably been in that discussion with guys like Cena and Jericho and The Rock and been up there had he not died.
All right.
And I think most people feel that way about him.
All right, I got another one for you. Marty Jannetty. Mr. Cokehead himself.
Overrated.
Ooh.
Mr. Cokehead himself. Cokehead.
Overrated.
But here's the funny thing with Marty. The thing that kills me when him and Sean got together,
I
they
know.
looked at Marty
I know.
as the better wrestler.
as the guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you look at the Rockers and you look at the evolution of that tag team, it was very early on where you saw that Sean started to break out and become his own character. Marty never did.
Yeah.
Marty got overshadowed by Sean real quick.
Yeah.
When
This is
when he had his shot, he never kind of took it.
right.
I mean,
after they
Will,
broke up, after they broke up, he had one IC title run, I think, and that's it.
all right, Will. Actually, I'm gonna go for both of y'all. Stacks, I'm gonna give you one. I'm gonna give Will one. Stacks,
Cool.
I'm gonna give you a newer one because I know you don't watch as much old as Will does because Will is old.
You motherfucker.
All right. I'm trying to think of a good one here. Oh, actually, current talent, Stacks.
Okay.
Mustafa Ali.
Underrated.
I tend to agree with that.
Underrated. We don't get to know what his actual potential is because we don't get to see it enough.
And I love him.
And when we do see it, you feel like he could be an intercontinental guy, US type dude. Yeah.
Well, and had he not gotten hurt in that elimination chamber, when Kofi Mania happened, and
Kofi Mania was going on. Yeah.
Mustafa might be a one-time world champion.
Yeah, I could see that. I just
in a different universe, he gets that run over Kofi.
Wow.
Will, had Mustafa not gotten hurt in that elimination chamber, he would have gotten the run instead of Kofi.
But it wouldn't have been the same.
I agree it wouldn't have been the same, but WWE could have still pushed him to win it.
It would have been the same. It would have been.
I agree it wouldn't have been the same. One of the reasons that Kofi's made so much sense is because of his tenure there. All of that.
Yep.
Charisma. Yeah.
Yep. And if Ali would have won that,
his entire career played into that run.
Yep.
Mustafa didn't have that career yet. But however, he could have at least gotten, it probably wouldn't have been a good run, but he could have probably gotten one run had he not gotten hurt in that elimination.
It would have been a very short one.
All right, Will. One for you.
Oh, Josie, I got one for you after you do, Will.
Boss Man, Will.
Big Boss Man?
Yeah.
Underrated. The way he moved in the ring for a guy his size was just sick. The man could work. The man could work with anybody, and he was very respected back in that locker room. So I'm going to say underrated for Boss Man. Cobb County, Georgia. Hard times. I love Big Boss Man.
All right, Stacks. Who you got?
Josie, what about newer but more NXT? But what about Adrian Neville or Pac?
Ooh, that's a good one.
That is a good one. Okay.
I guess for both of you, yeah. Really.
In WWE, underrated, was never given a fair shot. And outside of WWE, AEW, I think he verges on overrated sometimes. Just because.
Do you feel like he got a fair shot there, though? He too?
In WWE?
No, in AEW. Do you feel like he got a fair shot in AEW?
I feel like it's not anybody's fault that he hasn't got a fair shot in WWE. COVID, his travel, and the fact that he lives in Ireland now.
Yeah.
Or wherever he's from. He lives there.
Yeah.
He only travels over for shows every so often. That's obviously the deal he wants and what he wants to do.
Yeah. That's on him. Yeah.
So I don't think his not being super overused in AEW is necessarily his fault.
Right.
I think right now he's right in the middle, not overrated, underrated.
Got it.
He's a guy you can bring in. You know he's going to get a pop. You're going to get a great match out of him. It's going to be iconic. And especially it kind of works in AEW's favor because he doesn't wrestle very often with them.
Very often.
But whenever he does come in, it's a big pop for him.
It can pop. That's fair.
I got one for both of y'all.
Fair.
I got one for both of y'all. Remember the name. What's
So are we just talking about that character? Or are we talking about
not Dustin Rhodes, just that character.
That character.
Yep.
In the
early
2090s?
Go ahead, Josie. Yeah.
In the early 2090s, extremely correctly rated. I think the character originally was weird, strange, never made a lot of sense. They did so much with him, and they were constantly changing up, like the electrocution. All of it was just so
human
weird.
sexual chocolate. Oh,
His best part of his original run in WWE was him and Booker.
Yep. That jump was crazy. That jump was crazy.
That was good.
However,
that was good.
The second run of Goldust in WWE, extremely underrated. So good. He figured out how to make that character work.
Yep.
He was literally in the best shape of his life at the time.
Y'all remember that promo he cut with Bill Goldberg?
The promo he cut with Goldberg.
Yeah, I do remember. I've seen that. Yeah.
It was all great. I loved his first run. And I've got to say this. Dustin Rhodes as a whole, extremely underrated.
Yeah.
Super talented.
Yeah.
Could have been his daddy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Honestly, to me, out of the two, Dustin's more talented than Cody. Cody has more charisma.
They chose Dusty over me.
Over me?
Cody has more charisma, but Dustin is more talented.
Right. Yeah.
I would say it's funny when you bring up Dustin because you think of Cody when you think of Dustin, because everything Cody touched in WWE fucking killed it. Didn't matter what it was. They put him as Stardust. Similar to
Cody. Cody is one of those wrestlers.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys in wrestling.
Yeah.
You give him literally the most garbage shit.
Yeah.
And he'll get it over.
It turns it into gold.
Because that goes back to his charisma. He's got that level of charisma that you only see in certain guys. You only see it in like the Rocks, in the Cena, in the Jerichos.
Yep. Right.
Like Cody's got that kind of charisma. Cody is a generational talent. He will go down on that level of a Rock and a Cena eventually.
Is it fair that I need to see a little bit more though?
Yes.
Yeah, that's fair.
He needs he needs that's
a
why
legitimate
I hope they're doing this right.
He needs a legitimate run.
I think if they do this right and he builds up to this run right, and then he has a good run, he finalizes that he is one of those guys, and he finalizes that the Rhodes are royalty in wrestling.
Royalty, yeah. But to answer your question, Will, I would definitely say properly rated for sure on the brother.
I got one more, and then I'm out. Hurricane Helms.
Underrated.
Ooh.
Underrated. I loved Shane Helmsley.
I did too. I really did too. You want to talk about somebody that took his role and ran with it? It was him. I enjoy the run. I would say underrated for sure.
The stuff with him and The Rock was amazing, and the fact
that was fantastic.
And the fact that The Rock put him over, I thought was so cool.
Yeah,
him in the APA. His shit with the APA.
I remember
so
that.
Funny.
Yeah. Was that before or after Rock was kidnapping people?
That was during.
That's during.
Fair enough.
All right, one more. Scotty Too Hottie.
Properly rated.
Just right.
Properly rated.
Just right.
Properly rated.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It hurts me to say this because he was always one of my favorites. But yeah, he was just never okay. Too Cool as a whole. Is there anyone in that group that's at least one world championship? Should have gotten one.
No.
No.
You don't think Rikishi?
No.
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 Mm-mm.
No.
Mm-mm.
No. Not.
That
No.
was that,
Nope.
and I think the reason why that was because it wasn't his time. I mean, he came. Look at everyone who was there with Rikishi and being
Yeah.
active. Go back
There
and
was
look at that
there was too
roster.
many.
It
was
wasn't his
loaded.
time.
It was loaded.
Yeah, that roster
Oh,
was
It was
loaded.
loaded.
Yeah.
Real quick, here's a good one for you to close out on, Will. Kane.
Oh, underrated for sure.
Underrated, 100%.
I think overrated.
Yeah.
I think under.
What? Ooh,
I
I don't know
think
about
he
that.
is
I don't know about. I
touted
don't know
is
about all
Do
that.
tell that, Josie.
Mm-mm.
Do tell. I'm curious.
why I say that is I think he is touted a lot. He was only a world champion twice.
I was gonna say, do you expect more out of him? But I mean,
Exactly.
for
that's
what
not his
he was
fault.
doing, for what he was doing, I mean, I thought he did it. I thought he had a hell of a run.
And that's not his fault. He
him
was
and
only
Undertaker, the
twice.
tag team, and then you had the Daniel
But that
Bryan run.
tag,
That shit was
that tag team was only 3 months.
still though. I mean,
I mean,
people remember it to
still,
this
I mean,
day.
still,
I just-
it's one of the, I
I
mean, it's
feel
one of
like
the most
most of
iconic
One of the
tags
more
in the
dominant tag teams
I
we've
feel
ever
like-
had.
Most of Kane's career, he was comic relief.
No,
I feel like you can
No.
put him on that level of Big Show.
no.
What about early Kane? I
No.
didn't get comic relief with early Kane.
No, because my only thing, because when you go back and look at Kane was the type of dude, A, he's liked by the front office. B, Kane is a legitimate threat. If Kane was in a match, you thought he had a shot to win it.
Oh yeah,
Title
it didn't
was on the
matter
line,
what you
you
did.
thought he
I
had a
never
shot
thought
to
that
win
with
it.
Kane. I
It
never
was like
thought
a
that.
Randy Orton-esque. It was like a Randy Orton type S thing. You could put him in any match, and you're like, oh shit, like this
He
is
can
gonna,
work
like,
any. He can work
yeah,
any.
he can work with anybody.
He can work any match. He was a good hand.
Yeah. Yeah,
He was pretty good. He was
Yeah.
really good on. He was really good on a mic.
Yeah, he
Big
was.
dude, strong dude. I mean, I think he's underrated for sure.
I
Storyline-wise,
put
you
him.
give him a storyline, he can run with it.
I kind of put him with Big Show, and to me,
Nah, I
Big
don't put him
Show.
with Big Show.
I put Big Show
I know
way
that's
over.
disrespectful to put him with
Way
Big. That's kind of
Way over
disrespectful.
Big
That's
Show.
kind of disrespectful to put him with Big Show.
Wow, Big Show.
Yeah, that's kind of disrespectful.
Ooh.
That's kind of disrespectful because you go back and look at Big Show, you look at his career. He's almost held every title you can think of, and then some. I
still
mean,
think he's overrated.
I think both of those guys. I think Big Show's been disrespected, and I think Kane is very underrated.
Well, okay, and I say Big Show is overrated, but also I don't think
Big Show overrated for me too.
I
Yeah.
don't think
Yeah.
Big Show will
Yeah.
stood up for his career. He let
That might be a good point.
he let WWE
Yep.
take his career and shove it down the toilet. Constant face to heel turns. No,
Yeah.
I mean,
You
at
wanna talk
one
about
point- at one point they were
comedic
touting his
relief,
lost
that was
record
him.
at
But,
Mania.
but that's the disrespect,
And I'm not saying it was his fault.
His fault,
Yeah.
but that's the way he's viewed because
Right.
of that.
right, but you can't take away everything that man's done. That man has held like almost every championship everywhere he's been. You can't
That's fair.
you
That's
can't
fair.
you can't disrespect that from him. He was the monster in WCW. That man gave Kevin Nash fits when he was healthy. And then he goes over to WWE and does his thing over there.
Talk about overrated. You just mentioned one of the biggest ones right there.
Who, Kevin Nash?
Kevin Nash. Kevin Nash and Scott Hall. Kevin Nash only got into this because he's got a good body and he was strong.
I ain't gonna say Scott Hall, because early Scott Hall was awesome. Late Scott Hall was trash, but early Scott Hall was awesome. Kevin
I
Nash,
watched the video today where Ric Flair did explain why he thought both of them were overrated. Now this is just after Rick left WCW, so this is very old. And Rick
jaded
was pissed.
and a jaded opinion.
Yeah, Rick was pissed.
Because he got the money and he didn't.
Ooh,
But,
gee, you want Charlie
He
gets that.
did bring up a good point with Scott Hall. Scott Hall was put over in a match where Shawn Michaels basically wrestled a ladder.
I mean, I'm just saying. I think everything with Scott Hall, early Scott Hall was good, but later Scott Hall,
The drugs.
yeah.
Yeah. That's fair.
And Kevin Nash just got hurt. Every time you turn around, Kevin Nash was hurt. That's the only thing that killed Nash was his injuries. It wasn't anything that he per se did, but he was just hurt all the time. Your best ability is availability, and he wasn't available most of the time.
It's fair.
All right. Well, I think that's gonna do it for another episode of Fight Night.
Fight night.
We will be back next week
Round 1. Fight.
to discuss more of this week's action in wrestling. You got AEW tomorrow night. I think it is going to be another great show.
Good show tonight. Good show tonight, guys.
That's cool.
You've got the Moxley Omega cage fight tomorrow night.
Freshly squeezed, baby. Freshly squeezed.
Yeah,
Championship
okay.
I think that's gonna
Real
be a
quick
good one.
before we get out of here, he is now had 20 straight successful defenses. This is 21. Does Danny Garcia beat him tomorrow night?
I think so.
I think he might.
I think so. I do.
I think he might.
Yep. Time for a new run. Time for a new face.
And well, and Danny has yet to hold an AEW title. And
Yeah.
I feel like the international title is a great beginner title to hold.
Oh, absolutely. Because you're not gonna. Yep. 100%.
So yeah, I think Danny could possibly beat Orange tomorrow night.
I agree.
Uh,
I wouldn't be shocked.
Mm.
all right, guys. Well, that's gonna do it. We will see y'all next week. Y'all have a great
Also,
week.
Fandango.
Damn, that's a good one. You know what though? Forget Sandango. Just give me Summer Rae and I'm straight.
Oh, Tyler Breeze.
Trash.
Bullshit.
Trash.
Ooh, I don't know. I don't know.
Trash.
Maybe
I
properly
agree.
rated. I don't know.
Trash. Overrated.
Underrated.
Overrated.
Dude,
I'm
he
gonna
Overrated
say properly
wrestled
rated.
Jushin Thunder
Properly
Liger.
rated.
Overrated for me.
Properly rated.
No.
Overrated for me. Overrated for me. I ain't never like him.
Talented.
Well,
It's still
the sad
overrated.
part is they tried to do with him what
Yeah, they
McMahon
put
did
his
early
gimmick
with
on
Austin
Austin Theory.
Theory on Austin Theory. That's what they did, and yeah, and they just made it work better with Austin Theory and
Right.
Breeze. I don't feel like I mean I kind of agree with you. I don't feel like he got a fair shot at it.
Overrated.
Anyway,
All right, guys. We'll see y'all next
peace.
week.
Omos, baby, he can wrestle.
Ooh.
Best